Hey, team. I am super excited for Taya to just take the reins on our call tonight, share some of her wisdom with us. So I'm just going to let you take it away, girl.
All right, so I'm super excited, and I'm new to this whole trading thing, so bear with me as I work through things. But I want to go over a few things today. Canva. I know we chatted a little bit before about Canva, and then also I wanted to go over. It's called Unleashing Your Inner Hero, and also some quick selling tips for you guys when you are navigating your business, whether that be Beachbody or anything that you're doing. So first off, I am big on setting the intentions for any meeting that I do. When I'm at work every single day, and even outside of work on the weekend, me and my team, we say something we're grateful for. So before I start, I want all of us to say one thing we're grateful for. Okay? So I'll
I
start.
love it. Okay.
I'll start. I'm grateful Jordan has the week off. So I'm really excited for that. We're taking on, we're building a dog bath. Yeah, we're crazy dog people. So we're building a dog bath. And if you hear like banging in the background, Jordan is downstairs working right now. So I'm grateful he has the week off and we're taking on a project. Tamara?
That is awesome. I am grateful for the sunshine that I can see right now. You guys can see it shining on my face through my window. And I'm just grateful to wake up to another day.
Rochelle?
I am grateful that, sorry, I'm having a hard day. I'm just grateful that I can express myself and have emotions.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful that you can be raw and authentic and feel that this is a safe place for you to do that. So I hope that I can bring some light to you guys. And yeah, anyways, thank you for sharing your gratitude. My team does it every single day. So we have a Facebook group. Even though we're not working, we still connect every single day on that Facebook group. And they say 1 to 5 things that they're grateful for. And it seriously just like lights my life up when I see it every morning. Usually they're the first ones to initiate it. Like I don't even initiate it. So it's super nice. Okay, so Canva. As I was saying, I was scrolling along on some Instagram stories, and this girl's like, I think she was like running a virtual fit group, and it came up, and I was like, whoa, that's a cool marketing technique. I need to know what that is. Oh, the Tori's joining. So I was like, I need to know what that is. I need this in my life. So I messaged her and she said it was the Canva app. Hi, LaTori, or Queen. Sorry. I downloaded, we're talking about the Canva app. Just, can you hear us? Okay. So I downloaded it. I definitely recommend you guys download it as well. It basically is like a way that you can market Beachbody or your business, or I know Tamara is really good at being like, who's joining my virtual fit group, and then like having a list of 10 different people in there, adding that in there. Yeah, it's super cool. So step 1, download the app. Step 2, I think you have to like connect with Facebook or make an account, something. And then there's like so many free templates. Like you don't even need to have a subscription. You can have a subscription, but I'm all about the free and getting the free content and getting the free information. But obviously, no, things do cost money too. But there is a lot of really good free information there, or free like templates you can use. So when I wonder if I can like show you on my phone. I don't even know where my phone is. No, I don't know where my phone is. So basically, if you have the Canva app, find the template you want to do. And originally when I saw it, usually in other apps that I've seen, you can't edit the template. Like you get this template and you can't like change the wording. It's like, okay, this is what you would have to use, which it doesn't apply to your business. So I don't really get those. Maybe I was just doing it wrong. I don't know. But what you can do is click the free template, change the wording or change the photo. And that can be like a still template, or it can be an animated template. So it's really cool. if you have been following along my stories, I know, Rochelle, you have been. Queen, I don't think we're connected on Instagram. Do you have Instagram? Okay. So we will get connected so I can show you what those stories look like. But as you're navigating your Beachbody business, you can maybe use those just to get people's attention, because when people are scrolling through the stories, you need to have something that's eye-catching, or people will just like keep going and be like, I don't really care about that. So you want something that's eye-catching and be like, whoa, that's cool. Like Tamara did, right? Tamara's like, whoa, I need this in my life, fire emoji. Anyways, so if you need any help with that, please let me know. I will get you more information. Clear as mud? Awesome. Okay. Okay, next. So I've been taking part in this course called Knowledge Broker Blueprint. So basically what that is it's becoming a knowledge broker, and I'm getting coached by Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, and Jenna Kutcher. And their philosophy is that they want to get away from that like traditional style of teaching where people go to school and they spend so much money to learn this information, get the degree, get the diploma, but not necessarily apply it where they should, or kind of feeling stuck to that one thing. So they want to give you all of this information that they have learned in the 60 years combined that they have of knowledge of like public speaking, of, you know, learning how to master the mindset, working with super incredible, inspiring people. They want to get that information out of their head, basically into this program. It is life-changing for me. Like, I feel like in the time, and I'm sure Tamara can kind of attest to the growth that I've seen since even starting this course, but it's just like the ability to get out of my own way and, you know, get on Instagram and talk to people, do a training like this, even like do some selling techniques. Cause I feel really like, and I'm sure you guys feel it too, like selling is weird. Selling is, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that last, but selling feels weird. We just don't know how to do it. Like, we're kind of like I'm a salesman's wife. Like, I should know the selling techniques. Jordan sells cars for a living. Jordan is my husband. I still don't know the selling techniques. I know some, but it still feels really messy and weird. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. But basically, this course has allowed me to just take some action. And then when I first started doing, or when I was seeing Tony and Dean talk about it, I chatted with Jordan. I'm like, hey, I want to do this course. And I told him how much it cost. And he's like, what? You know, like kind of shocked. But sometimes we need to pay a little bit of extra money in order to get this knowledge. And I feel for how much it has pushed me, it has been worth it already. And I have that forever, right? Anyways, so that's just a little tidbit of KBB. So if you see my stories, that's what I'm currently doing. So I sent you guys a template. Did you guys see it in the app? It was called Unleashing Your Inner Hero. Okay, so basically what Unleashing Your Inner Hero is it's about that you have two sides of you. I mean, I think that, Tamara, you call it your like inner mean girl, right? So what Dean calls it is your inner hero and your inner villain. Okay, so we can either feed our inner hero or we can feed our inner villain. Things that will feed our inner villain are like, right now, a good example of that, the news. The news is feeding our inner villain. When we sit on the news, when we sit on social media and we watch everything that's going on in the world right now, it's just basically like confirming that the world is ending, we're stuck to our homes, this many people are sick, this, you know, like it's confirming all these things, and it's increasing our anxiety. It's feeding our inner villain, right? On the flip side, feeding our inner hero would be like, this is happening, but this is what I can do right now to control what's going on in my life, right? You can't control the big situation, but you can control where you are at, and you can control your emotions and your mindset, right? So you want to feed that inner hero. For me, that's staying off of the news. If it's important enough, I will hear about it. I will for sure hear about it. Someone will tell me, my dad will call me, my mom will call me, someone will call me and tell me. Jordan will tell me, right? I stay off of the news. I get tidbits here and there, of course, on Facebook, because it's inevitable. Like it's everywhere. But I want to feed my inner hero as much as possible right now. Another thing that will feed your inner hero would be like, you know, the quote, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So, you know, when you are saying that you can't, you're not going to do the thing, right? When you say you can, you're more likely that it's going to happen, right? Another thing, sorry, I have like notes here just to keep me on track, so that, because I'm the queen of getting off topic, just so you know. But like for me, I guess my inner villain would often say, you only have a diploma. You can't do the thing, right? Another one that I have written down on my worksheet is, I can't do the thing. What will others think, right? What will others think of me? Or I want something more, but you know, I'm comfortable where I'm at right now. So I don't want to go into that comfortable zone, right? So that's kind of the inner villain. So recently I've been moving to the inner hero and saying, you know what? I want to get uncomfortable and get out of my own way to do something more, right? So I want to feed that inner hero. Does that hit home with you guys? Do you understand that? Okay, so that's moving into your story, the story that you tell yourself. So in that, with the story of, I only have a diploma, I guess I'm stuck to, you know, the 9-to-5 job, right? Or others will make fun of me. I'm not going to do the thing, right? That's a story that I was telling myself quite often. And I have had that conversation with Tamara many of times, right? And with that, if you think about that story, if I think about that story, what's that going to be 5 years from now? When I'm looking back and I am telling myself that same story, that I'm living an okay life. I'm settling for mediocre, or I'm settling for okay, right? It's just so important to like try and shift that story into something more. If you want to change your story, you do have to change your mindset, right? You have to think outside of the box, right? The quote that he uses in particular, which I love, it is, I have it written down. Beep, 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 beep. Sorry. Okay, the quote is, all change starts when you're honest with yourself. So you need to be honest with yourself and what your current story is so you can change that. So if I want to be a successful Beachbody coach, I need to change that story of, oh, what will others think? You know, I only have a diploma. I'm not smart enough to do this online marketing thing, right? I need to get out of my own way. Does that make sense? So when you're navigating that worksheet, there's the 4 things that you're going to be looking at. So the first one is write down your current story in your head, or like write it down on the piece of paper. And please, like, if you can, I can try to send you the PDF version of it if it doesn't print out right. But if you have a printer, print it off and get your pen to the paper and do it. Like, it is just so unbelievable when you can get pen to paper, get your thoughts out, and actually write it down. So write down your current story in your head. Write down what that story has cost you to this point in your life. Write down what could that story cost you moving forward if you don't change. And what information did you find to prove that story is a lie? So those are the 4 things that you have to write down. Will you guys do it? Or if you don't do it, if you're like, no, I'm not going to print it out, because who has a printer nowadays? One, you could probably find an app, right? and type it out. 2, you could do it in your head. But it is just like the tools that this course has given me have been extremely effective. But like this one is just like, it really hits home, especially when you think about, like Dean talks about at the end of his video about this, when you're coming to the, this is like kind of dark, so bear with me. When you're coming, and I'm sure you guys have heard it if you like listen to any podcast or if you've read any self-help books, when you're coming to the end of your life and you're looking back, and let's just say you're like sitting on your front porch and you're like thinking about life and all the things you did, and you're like, you know, it was okay. I did a few things. I didn't do that one thing because I was nervous of what Karen from high school would think. And I didn't do that thing because, you know, I just wasn't smart enough. Or like, if you're thinking like, do you really want to be getting to that point in your life and looking back and wishing you did something now? Like right now, you can take action now, but you have to get out of your own way. Like you have to get out of your head and just take actions. And it doesn't mean you have to take big actions. Take little actions. Take little steps, little bite-sized pieces. Because right now, like, especially if you're looking at a Beachbody business, for me, it looks big. Like it looks like an elephant, right? Like you're like, man, there's so much I need to learn. What, like, how am I going to do all the things? But it's just like bite-sized pieces. Maybe it just starts with posting your home workouts, right? Rochelle, you totally got out of your comfort zone and did that, right? I got out, I'm like, I'm still like it with my workouts. I'm like, man, I feel like I look like a floppy dolphin right now doing these exercise moves. I'm still trying to get out of my own way with that, but I know I will. Anyway, so good on you, Michelle. And I'm excited to connect with you on social media, Queen. Anyways, that I want you guys to write down those 4 questions. Okay? There's the homework. Cool? Okay. Oh, crisscross applesauce is making my legs hurt. Okay. Next, I want to talk to you about some selling techniques that I learned from Dean. So Dean is like the king of selling. So he started off like, I think in the car industry. And sorry, I'm just gonna have some water.
You know, it's funny, you get like super parched and everything starts to dry out a little bit.
I know, I'm dry.
You're doing awesome.
Thank you. Okay, so sorry, I get like so pumped up and I sometimes talk so fast.
I feel like I'm listening to myself right now with I need to have notes because I get off track.
I get so off track.
Right?
Like in my meetings at work, I'm the manager. Like I should keep people on track, but I am the person that's like sitting there and I'm like, you know, Hank did this funny thing. And then we start talking about dogs. Like it has nothing to do with work, but you know what? It's team building. Right?
Totally.
Yes.
Got
okay.
it.
So selling. A quote that I want to start with is, when you sell through authenticity and with passion, it's not selling. It's getting people engaged in something that they already want. Okay, so that was a quote that I read and I'm like, yes. I'm like, come on, you know, like clapping while I'm reading it, no one's around. But that quote, it really hit home with me. And Dean also talks about like that you don't, because so often everyone's like, fall in love with your product. And that's important. Falling in love with your product is important. Falling in love with the workouts is important. Falling in love with Shakeology and the products is important. But what is more important is falling in love with your customers. It is so, so, so important. Fall in love with your customers and what they want. You need to figure out what they want, right? And also, it's important to show up authentic in your videos, right? If you're not showing up authentic, they're going to be like, is she fake? You know, like we need to get through that really weird, awkward stage of like, because people need to see your face. They need to see your face to trust you, right? So we need to get through that like awkward video stage. I was looking back at my video from October and I'm no pro. Like I've been doing this for 2 weeks, you guys. But like I was looking at my video from October. I'm like, oh, that's cute. Anyways, but I'm getting in my own way and doing it. But people need to see your face, okay? The other quote that I have from him is, love what you do so much that you feel like you're doing the world a disservice if they don't get it, right? If they don't do these workouts, I'm doing a disservice to you by like you not getting into the best shape of your life or changing your mindset or, you know, doing the things to transform your life, right? So basically you're doing them a disservice if you don't get this thing. And then the third thing I wanted to chat about is he talked about these selling techniques, okay? So he talked about there's 3 ways of selling, and this one really hit home for me. And I will tell you which one I am. There's 3 ways of selling. The first way, and I'm gonna sell you guys right now my Start Today journal. Okay? I'm gonna tell you the 3 ways, and I'm gonna show you. So the first way, I'm gonna try and sell you this, okay? Number 1 is like you're not engaged in it at all. Okay, so I have this journal. It's, yeah, you write down what you're grateful for. You write down your dreams you have and your goals, and I really like it. Like that's number 1. Like you're not engaged at all. Like were you guys sold on my Start Today journal? No, like you're like, does this girl even care about her Start Today journal? Okay, number 2, and this is me. This was me, 100%, and still is obviously a little bit. I have the Start Today journal. I love it. It's, you know, you write down 5 things you're grateful for every day, and you write down 10 dreams you have, but you don't have to get it. It's okay. You don't have to. And I really like it, but maybe you won't like it. And yeah, I'm sorry if you do like get it and you don't like it. So that's number 2, like apologizing and like kind of making them feel a little bit like weird about it. Like she's not even confident in it, right? And then the third way is being like, you guys, this is my Start Today journal. It is the best journal that I have ever had. Basically what it is you write down 5 things that you're grateful for every day. And these things need to be like small things, like someone let me in on traffic. Jordan brought me a coffee. You know, like little things like that, right? Little things. And then you write down the 10 dreams you have as if they've already happened. You guys, this has transformed my life, okay? One dream I wrote down was that I am living in my dream home. I am now living in my dream home. I wrote that dream down every single day as if it already happened. And I did that dream. And I also, I gave my aunt one for Christmas, and she has already told me that she's checked off 4 dreams that she had by writing them down every single day. You guys, this journal will transform your life. That's number 3. So being like engaged in it, like hand action, excited, being passionate about the product, because I'm very passionate about this, as you guys know in my story. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions?
No. Well, actually, more comments. I love that so much because, and it's so crazy. I just love the training that you're doing, what you're learning, because these are all things that we need to do. It's that action that we need to take. Yes. And I think it's so important to like number 1 versus number 3, the confidence, right? Mm-hmm. Like you 110% believe in that journal, and you know that it's going to transform your life, or that it's going to transform other lives because it's transformed yours. Like that belief is so big. So, and it applies to us as coaches as well. Like if we're doing these programs and we're drinking our shakes and they're changing our lives, why would you be scared to share that with anybody else? Right? Absolutely. Like we need to be so confident that these programs and this community and what we have to offer is going to change your life. Mm-hmm. And I love the part about if we aren't sharing this, like we're doing a disservice to the world, because we obviously were attracted to this. It's changing our lives. Mm-hmm. So why would we not want to share that with other people?
Absolutely.
I think that's amazing. And you
I'm glad that hit home with you guys. Like there's so many more, and like we can definitely jump into more trainings like down the road with like some
Absolutely.
of the other, but there's so many incredible tools in this training. Again, it's basically being a knowledge broker means that I am gaining this knowledge, and what we're doing right now is being a part of being a knowledge broker. So now I can share my tools my knowledge that I have learned and being able to give that to you guys. So then you guys can take that, and maybe Tamara down the road, you'll have a team training about the 3 ways that you can sell, right? And being able to, it just to keep transferring down the road and down the line so that other people can learn in the ways that work, right? Like, again, Dean and Tony have been doing this for combined 60 years. They have been through, you know, really great times. They've been through really shitty times. Like, they've been through a lot, right? And they get to, I guess, help us and speed up the process so we don't have to maybe go through that nitty gritty stuff as, you know, it won't hit us as hard because we're learning the steps. So then we don't have, you know, like, does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. I love it. I think you nailed it. So yeah, just like a little back pedal Canva. Make sure you guys download the app. It's a free app. So definitely make sure you're doing that. I love the sheets that you gave us on feeding your inner hero. I think that's so important to make sure that we're doing that, especially like you said, in this time right now. It's so important to make sure that we're fueling those positive things. And it's actually kind of crazy because the video that we did today, a couple of girlfriends of mine and I were talking about like those inner wolves, right? Where you have like your inner wolf of fear and your inner wolf of love. Like, which one do you want to pour into more? And it's the same idea as what Taiya was saying. So make sure you guys do that. Even if you don't have a printer, like spend 30 minutes, write it out, write it down. There's power behind pen to paper. So make sure that you guys are definitely doing that and share it in our group if you want to. That would be awesome. And yeah, I think you did awesome, Taiya. So thank you so much for sharing with us.
I'm glad I could bring some knowledge. Thank you for being like patient with my new to training self. I appreciate you guys. I feel like are like my first ones that I've gotten to like help and train. So
no, you definitely did great. So I just want to say thank you because you definitely motivated me. And I was sold with technique 3. I was like, oh, I want one. I need one of those in my life. And also, I'm so grateful that you're sharing these tips because I had like a million emails from Dean and Tony Robbins about that training. And I literally like watched their intro video that Dean did for it. And I was just trying to clean out my email, so I just deleted like everything from them and everything from their trainings, and I just didn't even look at the program. You know, Dean was saying some great things, but I was just like, I have too much stuff going on. Like, let me just get rid of this. I'll hop on the next training. So I'm really glad that you're doing it and that you're sharing it with us because it's like I'm still getting to get that information. Because I was interested in it and it was great things. I just didn't feel like I wasn't going to be able to really focus on it. So I didn't want to spend my money on it.
Yes. And it's like, it is quite it's a lot of money, right? And I was where you are too. And I actually didn't even buy it in the time period that they wanted you to buy it. Like I am, what do they call it? There's like an emotional buyer and what's the second one? It's like where you have to like think about it.
Right. And make sure like all your ducks are in a row and it makes sense. And yeah.
Yeah. I forget the exact word for it, but basically I'm number 2. Like I need time to think about it. Is it a need? Is it a want? You know, like I know like after a month, if I'm still thinking about it, I'll go buy it. Right. And I didn't even buy it in the first time. And then he like opened it back up. Of course he did. Total sales guy. He's like, I got so many messages. And so I opened it back up. I'm like, you know what? I should just do this. And I was like reading all the reviews. And then what sold me, I guess, is like Jenna Kutcher. So I'm in Jenna Kutcher's private group. And she has like, I think there's like 500 girls in this group, and we're all like connecting with each other and our growth and all the things that we're doing. And I get to go on, like I was on a live with her this morning at 8 a.m. But to know, because I know that Jenna Kutcher, she doesn't just like sell things that she doesn't believe in. It's like Chalene Johnson, right? Like these people have done this stuff. Like Jenna has done this course, I think 2 or 3 times, and she believes in it, right? And so when someone you know and trust believes in this program, right? Well, I don't know her, but I know of her and I value her content she has in her podcast. But that just like really kind of was like, it sold me. But it's so good. I'm glad I can share that information with you too.
I love that so much, because us as coaches, our job is to help other people. But in order for us to help other people, what do we need to do? We need to be authentic in how we show up so that they can get to know us, like us, and trust us, and eventually want to be a part of what we do. And I'm so grateful that you're doing this training and I'm learning things from my mastermind group that I'm in. And that is such a cool thing as a community, that we can come together and we can share our knowledge and we can help each other. I just think there's so much power behind that. And yeah, so definitely grateful that you shared with us.
I think that also helps you learn the information more and put it into practice more, you know, what you're taking from your groups. When you share it with others, it's like, you know, it's instilling it more into your...
Yeah, it helps you want to take that action.
Yeah.
It does. It totally does. It's just like, it's unbelievable. Like, I just feel like the confidence that it has given me is unbelievable. And I hope I can share that with you guys, because I was in a place of feeling like, you know, is this Beachbody thing for me? You know, I don't like going face to camera. I don't like talking to my audience. It feels weird. What will people think of me? Like all the things. And, you know, I'm still building my confidence with it, of course. And I still like use the filters because that makes me feel more pretty and stuff. But, you know, I'd love to get to the point of being able to do like an IGTV and, you know, where it's like, it's no filter, it's authentically me.
Yeah.
Getting to I can show up even more authentically, right? So for that, I'm so grateful. One, I'm grateful. Am I still here?
Yep, you're good.
Okay, sorry. I'm like, I live in the boonies and my Wi-Fi is sketchy. Like Talus went down yesterday. I'm also grateful. Queen, you mentioned something you were grateful for, and the way we started this meeting was all saying something we're grateful for. And you did say something you're grateful for without even being prompted.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome.
Anyways, can we get like one, do you mind if I take one picture?
Of course.
Just because it's my first training video.
Your first training. I'm so excited to share this with the rest of our team. You ready?
1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you.
I think the best part is all of our cheesy grins are going to be on our recording. So.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it works.